Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. It's been a while since I've uploaded, and this year I really want to be more consistent. This video I'm going to talk about things that I think you need as a grad student. Some of them are SLP edition, but most of them are related to anyone who wants to be a grad student. So let's jump right in. The first thing I think you need are reliable devices, whether that be a laptop or an iPad. For SLPs, I think it might be nice to have both, in the sense that sometimes you're writing and scoring assessments, and some places do it digitally, so it's nice to just be able to write down here. Or even if you're in class and you want to make notes on your PowerPoint. I'm a writer, so I like writing, but if you're not a writer, a laptop will work just fine. Just make sure it has a good battery life, because you might have really long clinic days where you're going from 8 a.m. and then if you have class after from 5 to 7:40, like, yes, you have opportunities to charge it, but you don't want to be running to charge your phone at every single instance. So, and if you do get one, I suggest they be the same brand so that they work together really seamlessly. The second thing I think you need is a big bag. So this is the bag of my choosing. I'm not a backpacker really. I like handbags. So this is the one I decided to get, and you need to make sure that it's big enough to hold everything you're gonna need on a daily basis. Remember, you're gonna be going from clinic in the morning to maybe classes in the evening, or if you're in any other graduate program, you might have really long days like that. So you're gonna wanna have something that can hold a lot in it. This can hold a lot. This is another essential that I think you need: a good water bottle. I have an Awala. I really like it. I love water bottles that have a straw inside. And this one is great because it has a straw and you can chug it if you really need a lot of water. But again, with those long days, like, you're gonna be dehydrated. So you need one that could probably keep it cool. The second thing I think you need in the bag is an everything pouch. This is the one that I have, and it has everything I could possibly need on a long day out, from deodorant to mouthwash to toothbrush to face wash to Advil. What else is in here? I have gel in here. Like, you never know when your edges start flying away and you need to stick them back down. I have this mini emergency kit that has like cleansing wipes, band-aids. I mean, with long days, sometimes you don't get to come home, so for me it's nice to have everything on deck. Of course, Clorox wipes. Like, you never know when you're gonna need to clean something. I have crushed white strips in here, liquid IV, vitamin C. I have a shower cap. Like, you never know what you might need on a long day out. But hairpins, hair band-aids, like a bando, like, you just never know. Makeup removing wipes. It's better to be safe than uncomfortable. So this stays in my bag at all times. It just has everything I need in it. I also have a little pouch that keeps snacks in it. Again, long days, you may have lots of clients back to back. Sometimes I just need a sugar boost, so I come in here and I'm like, what is there for me to eat? Sometimes I just need a mint. I feel like kids are so honest, and my biggest fear is that I'm working with a kid and they're like, what smells like that? Could never be me. Another thing that I think is really important, specifically for SLPs or anybody who has to do like documentation or something written: erasable pens. These come in so handy. At my last rotation, like, you might circle, like, oh, they got this correct when it might be wrong. You just erase it really quickly and circle it again, but you can't do it in pencil. So erasable pens are a must-have. And I also think a highlighter, because my last two clinics would print the goals for me, and I mean, sometimes it's just too many words. Like, they're all necessary, they're all essential, but to me it's too many words. So I would just highlight like plural. So if it says like Johnny will produce plurals at the word level given, I just need to know plurals. Like that's what I need to see immediately when I look at something. So that's that. Another really good thing to have is a clipboard that opens. I'm gonna enter the clip right now. I have one that opens that I print, like if my clinic prints something for me, I put it in the clipboard. And sometimes kids might get distracted with a laptop around, so it's nice to have something you can press on that you can access easily. And it has a little slot where you can put pens, highlighters, stickers inside. I even put my phone inside of it because I like to be fully present with the child. When I put my phone inside it, it really minimizes distractions, you know. Another thing to have is a watch. It doesn't have to be a smartwatch, but it might be a good idea to be able to keep track of the time effortlessly, and my watch does that. I love my Apple Watch because I can see the messages that come in, and sometimes you just need to check to make sure like the world is not burning down. Like if my mom texts me or someone in class is talking about something, or let's say a professor sends out a sign-up sheet, like I can check my watch and be like, oh, the next time I have 5 minutes, I need to do XYZ, ABC, 1, 2, 3, any of those things. And then also, if your patient sessions are like 25 minutes or you need to end at a specific time, like it's nice to be able to have the watch. You might be on the ground playing with a child and there may not be a clock around. I mean, it'd be nice to have a clock around, but you never really know. It'd be nice if you're able to keep track of time on your own. Another really important thing is to have a system. Find what works for you. So if you're going from rotation to rotation, so I have 4 rotations to do. I have a system that works for me that helps me to not be affected really by a change in environment. Another insertion will be done here. So I have this sheet that I created that I can put the child's name, age, diagnosis, what language they speak, and all of their goals in a really in a way that I can see it very quickly without having all of the fluff. And I have a section at the bottom where I could like track each goal and then look back on what they did in a week before. So I might put the date and say like, oh, the first goal that we're working on is core words. Today they said more. So then I can put in a target like, okay, the next week we can work on go, or we can work on something else, or we may need to continue working on that word. But I can kind of see the progression and know if they say something, oh, that's not new, I have this recorded that you said this 2 sessions ago. Stuff like that. But find something that works for you. In the same breath of having a system, you need to have an outlet. Grad school can be incredibly stressful, having to manage classes, being in clinic, studying for stuff. You might have to take the praxis before you graduate. You might be involved on campus, like I'm NISLA president and I'm still a graduate assistant. And outside of my FIU school responsibilities, I'm still a person who wants to see my friends and do different activities. So it can, and you still have to meal prep to take care of yourself. So it can become difficult juggling all of those things. So it's important to have an outlet. So for me, music is my outlet. On the way to clinic, I'm listening to music. On my way home, I'm listening to music. On the way to class, I'm listening to music. Something that in the moment you can do to like release your stress or make you feel at peace. Music is mine. Find what works for you. Yours might be going on a walk. Yours might be going to, I used to go to the bathroom for like a minute and be like, get it out, you're okay, let's go back in there. Like anything that just works for you, you know. Another great thing is to create an SLP or whatever profession you're in email address specific to those stuff. So let's say someone sends you a resource, you can email it to that email address. Let's say you sign up for something, you can email it to that email address. The purpose of doing that is to streamline and store everything you have in one place, so that when your school email address is not working anymore, because in how many other years they're going to take it away, you need to be able to have access to all of the things you created. Having a Microsoft or a Google email address is perfect, because then you can start storing things. So moving on to my next thing that's important, collecting resources and materials. So digital resources are really easy because there are a bunch of websites where you can go to get free things. So like Teachers Pay Teachers, or lots of SLPs have like a website you can go to just start downloading stuff. And in a Google Drive, which is what I use, I can store everything in different folders. This is things for articulation, this is things for fluency, this is things for language, and or let's say resources shared with me from my clinic, or a lot of clinics too give you access to all their resources. Start downloading them and storing them in your separate location, so once you leave that clinic you still have access to it. And because it's on a Google Drive, you can access it in any location. So sometimes I need to check something quickly on my phone, or I can do it on my iPad, or I can do it on my laptop. Like, you have tons of options. So free resources are a great way to start building your professional toolbox. I think that's the word for me. So I have also started developing my physical toolbox. Let me get it. So I am hoping to start my CF in August of this year. So well, not because I'm starting my CF, I started doing this, but this is my little toolbox of goodies. So every time I go to like Target or Dollar Tree, I might see a new cheap easy thing, or a new cheap or something on sale that I can add to my toolbox, so that I have my own materials and things that I can take to clinic. Sometimes you just need to feel like you own something. And also now when I start my clinical fellowship year, I have a basis to start on. So like these, I got these on Sunday, literally a few days ago, and it's just a fidget toy. Like sometimes you might just have a child who's wiggly, who just needs to hold something in their hand. Like, this is perfect. It was $1, so I got 2 of them. I also got this, like my clinic that I'm at now, they gave me this pencil case and some crayons, but I had other crayons that I started to buy. Like every time I go to Target, I might buy one thing, so that when it's time to buy it, you're not buying everything all at once. Bubbles, lots of bubbles. I give my kiddos like little treats when I leave because I just love them so much. So these are like extra stuff that I have in here. This is great. Got this at Dollar Tree. Sometimes when you're doing like a long eval, let's say you have 2 or 3 assessments to do, the child would start to get bored. So this is nice, like, oh, do you want to use my finger? You can use my finger, point at things. So this might hold their attention for maybe 10 to 15 more minutes. Some other things that I got at Dollar Tree: dentist kit, doctor kit, and they just have like, the toys never opened because our last clinic had lots of toys, so I didn't feel the need to bring things with me. This placement, every once in a while I might bring something with me. I got a pack of Uno because sometimes you're playing with an older, sometimes you're working with an older kid and they might want to play Uno while you work on goals. That works too. Oh, now this just turned into me showing you what I have in my goodie box. I have this mini puzzle. It was $1 from Dollar Tree. Ooh, I have these bubbles at the first clinic I was placed at. She got 2 of these for me, and I was like, that's so sweet. Stickers, you must have stickers. Kids love stickers. They look forward to it at the end of the sessions, things like that. This is a good token system. It's a reward system. So like, say you're working on articulation of the letter, I don't know, P, you can give them green every time they do it right, and yellow every time it needs work. And then now you can see like how many green ones and yellow ones you have to like have accurate percentages of how the child is doing. It's really up to you, but I like these. My first clinic had these. It was like $5, and I was like, I want to get these. The last thing, well, there are 2 more things I want to show you. One, books. Things you can start collecting. These 4 I got at Target for $1 each. Buenos dias. They're in Spanish and English, so I think that is very helpful because in Miami they have a lot of bilingual children, so I may work with bilingual children. I do speak a little bit of Spanish. Mis amigos, mi familia, buenas noches, a few little books, you know, really cute. And then there is this website that sends you books in the Miami-Dade area if you have a child under 5. So I have 2 children, one is bilingual and one is not, so every month I get 2 books, one in Spanish and one in English, and they're really good color books. I got this one like a week ago, números, so it's in both English and Spanish. And then I get other books, but yeah, this is my little toolbox. I think it is nice too to finally get your own SLP specific resources. So this is my first one. I had it on my Christmas list and my parents got it for me. This is the Pajom speech cards. Now I'm quitting on a side rant. I love it because it helps children really conceptualize what a sound is. So like say you're working on the S sound, there's a picture of a snake and it's called a snake sound. If you ask a child to make how does a snake go, they can easily go S. You don't have to tell them close your teeth, like you don't have to do smile, you don't have to do all those cues. So then let's say they're working on clusters and the word is stop, they might be saying top, then you can say, oh, snake sound first, stop, and then you start working from there. So I love these. Then I have one other SLP specific. This one is a big one. It's the Weber Big Apraxia photo cards. I actually did not purchase this at our second year orientation. They gave us super duper bags, and in every bag had a different articulation, and in every bag had a different therapy material, which I thought was the sweetest thing ever. Like I even wrote our department chair an email and I was like, that meant so much for them to give us a resource, because I think this goes for like $225 US, United States dollars. I got one for free from my program. Big up FIU. Right on to the last 2 things. So the second to last thing is comfortable shoes, especially if you're going to be on your feet all day. You need some comfortable shoes. I usually wear sneakers. And then the last thing, I think you need cute scrubs. I got my scrubs from Figs because I'm short, and once I click short, I'm going to be getting the short size and it's going to fit me well and look good. A lot of people are like, why make a fuss about scrubs? I mean, if you have to wear scrubs every single day of your life, the least you can do is get them in fun colors so that when you put them on, you feel excited. So I really want to get the burgundy, I really want to get the plum. I think those are the 2 colors that I really want. But yeah, cute scrubs, it just makes it a little more excited when you're going to an unpaid 30-hour week for 12 weeks internship. So yeah, those are the things I think you need for grad school / being an SLP student clinician. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you think I left something out, like feel free to drop it in the comments. But it was nice talking to y'all. Bye.